Greña. Hey, handsome. You ready to come out? Come play, huh? Good boy. Jeff, where are we going?
Left at 100 feet. We're going left on North Main Street.
75 now. I just moved 25 feet.
It's about right too, Jeff. When you throw like a 100-foot loop out there, that's probably about where I'd throw it.
Yeah, 100-footer.
Yeah.
It's a long rope, man. I've never carried more than a 60-foot rope.
Really?
Yeah, so that'd be about the front of the
Well, I'm a
car.
shitty roper. So, I mean, I throw it, and if I catch,
I
it
can't
takes
throw
off.
that
I just
far.
throw the rest on the ground and get the end.
I can't do that far.
Sometimes not that fast.
Just missed that one. Hey, how are you?
We found this Frisian on the side of the road, so I'll bring him in. so
My
cute.
phone just told me that you're live.
Hmm?
My phone just told me that you're live. In the
Oh, that
Fort
was
Worth
nice
group.
of it.
No way. I had no idea.
Oh, he's so cute. I think Isidore's gonna cry when this horse leaves. Where is he? There he is. There he is. Oops. Look at, he looks so pretty.
Thank you. Our next exhibitor is his number 26 Hurricane, a 6-year-old black gelding, gathered from Green Mountain.
Black Mustang.
Shown by Isidro Espinosa from Concho, Arizona.
Israel Espinosa.
Isidro
Is there
loves working with difficult horses and helping them become happy.
and working with difficult names?
He specializes in problem horses in colt starting, gentle Mustangs, and endurance racing. This is Hurricane, shown by Isidro Espinosa.
I shouldn't laugh. It's only 6 letters.
Oh, I put the apostrophe above the
We will be taking a short break after our 25th
Yeah.
I
horse
made it point the other
goes.
way by
A
mistake.
short break after
The
horse
accent.
number 25.
Look at how pretty that boy is. Look at him. Look at that booty. Ooh, he gonna roll.
What do I do? What do I do?
What happened? Oh, and that's my daughter. Did it interrupt the live?
Probably, but it's back on.
Okay, I need to
Okay.
I need to
They're
call
still
her.
calling.
Oh, end it.
Oh shoot. Let me start on my phone.
Okay, start on your phone.
Okay, everyone. We're switching over the live feed to my phone because
My sick daughter's calling.
Amber keeps rejecting her daughter's call.
Oh, you didn't have to say it like that.
I'm joking. I'm not joking. Okay. Oh, get it off my face. Get it off. Will it flip? Probably not.
If you hold it sideways, it'll put it sideways.
Okay, I'll wait for Isidro to be done. Did I say his name right?
Yeah.
Isidro to be done on Amber's, and then I'll finish on mine. Jeff Cook has not gone yet. Ooh, that looks nice. They're about halfway through.
That's pretty good, huh?
That was really good.
He's so pretty. You better get a 5 for condition, man.
Jeff is right before Amber, who are kind of near the end. No, I think that was pretty darn good.
You think so?
Yeah.
Oops.
I don't believe it's.
Oh my gosh, this camera is so heavy with this lens on it.
I'm sorry, you don't need to use it.
But I love it.
There's not 61 trainers. There's a bunch of scratches. So Jeff is somewhere
Thank you.
in the.
Woo!
Nevada herd management area, shown by Amber Espinosa, Concho, Arizona. Amber's been riding horses for over 35 years. She started training professionally 24 years ago, focusing on hunter jumpers. When Amber adopted her first Mustang in 2007, who she still has, she fell in love with the Mustangs. Now her goal is to help as many Mustangs as she can find homes for, with the help of a fellow trainer and her husband, Isidro. This is Amber Espinosa and
Greña. Does he have dapples on his belly?
Your phone just died.
Of course it did.
People are gonna freak out because everybody's watching Amber.
Do you want to go on yours?
I can't until she's done. You can use my phone if you want to. And stay alive. Whoa. Did you get enough big time at live?
Yeah.
Thank you. Ladies and gentlemen, today at 1 p.m. we have Meet the Celebrities.
Sorry for the poor video quality here. Somebody was nice enough to videotape this for us. We didn't have our good camera. So Isidro and Huracán did pretty good in this class in the beginning. They hit all their marks and everything. Huracán just kind of a forward horse, so that's just how he moves. Stop wasn't too bad. Got a nice little slide on him. And what ends up happening is from this, Huracán is more than happy to do whatever Isidro asks him, and Isidro was a little nervous in this class and kind of over asked a little bit. So he got a nice lope off there, and then this canter to trot, Isidro just asked too much, and he pretty much stopped on him. So he got really low points for that transition. And then here he broke to the canter, because actually you could see Isidro's seat went forward, and he broke to the canter. But his stop in his back was soft, a little crooked in the back. So he didn't score as well in this class, but it was solid nonetheless. So this is our second class. This is Mustang Maneuvers, the evening of Thursday. And I could not be happier with this class. This cute little jog here. And then he probably could have extended sooner, but you could see he starts to really move out that jog, and it looks really, really pretty. What I love the most about watching his go is like for him he was a little bit tense, but he was still soft and he looked relaxed and he was very responsive. He listened to my leg. He stayed the same distance off the rail the whole time. We stopped a little bit before our sign there. This turnaround could be a little bit tighter, but he had been sucking back on a lot of those turns. And so I was happy with that. It was a little more of an English type turn on the haunch, but I was very pleased with it. And then this one, he couldn't have done that better. I think a judge gave us a 3 on that, one of the judges. And I'm like, that's like a perfect lope off, but okay. And this was just so pretty and soft. And I just barely had to use my hands. He was listening to my aids. He looks like a pleasure to ride. And for me, that's kind of what this class is about. Not having a stressed out horse, having a soft, relaxed horse. And his backup was pretty. He really is expressive with that tail, but that's just kind of who he is. Not having my leg on him, I was so happy with him. So this trail class is what kind of got both of us, unfortunately. And it just shows our lack of preparation. Like when you get ready for these things, you need to be practicing trail like every day once they're broke. And you could see him kind of spooking. He walked nicely over those logs. He kind of spooked at the gate. And the judges don't like that. He did this great gate really, really well, though. He opened the gate and he listened to him. He didn't have to open it too wide. A little jealous of Isidro's long arms. She'll see later. And that was really, really pretty. He's kind of a fidgety hot horse. It's just kind of who he is. He's not crazy or anything. That's just who he is. He still listens really, really well. He did pretty good on this bridge. He kind of looked at it, and I like a horse to look at the bridge. I don't really know how these judges like it, but I thought that was great. He looked at it, walked right over it. Then he trotted these poles really pretty, picked up the left lead like he was supposed to. And then this is kind of where it falls apart a little bit. And this was fine. He just did a little overcorrection. So probably if he softened a little bit when he started to go in there, he might not have blown through it like that. And I had the opposite problem. Then his backup was okay. I mean, his horse is a little bit tense. This is where I always try and say, like, mentally slow down. And it's really easy to say that watching this, but a lot harder to do it while you're doing it. And then Isidro is really dyslexic. And this happens quite often in our daily lives. When he's supposed to go left, he'll go right. And here, he was supposed to go left, and he went right first and then left second. And as soon as he was done doing it, he totally remembered what he did and what he was supposed to do. And this wasn't that bad. I mean, he pretty much got all the poles, and then he did this flying lead change there, and a couple more he threw in there just for flair, I guess. Not really supposed to do that. And he just kind of blew past that little square there. And a lot of people, that little tiny lope into box thingy got a lot of people. Not really what I was expecting. I was kind of thinking they were going to have it like the last show. It was like just white rails and it was bigger. This thing was really hard to lope into on these green horses. And Huracán did great, just standing still there waiting for his daddy. He was a good boy. Could have been better. But the judges scored really, really hard on that course, on kind of doing a lot of head scratching when I watched all of them back. Greña is kind of funny. He looks way more relaxed here than he actually is. But I guess it could have been worse. This is funny because I didn't even notice that he didn't walk through those properly until watching the video back. If you notice, he put 2 feet in and then walked out. Just weird. That kind of might explain some of the judges' scores that I saw because wasn't sure what that was about. And here he was fine. We didn't get a chance to practice gaits a lot. I'm kind of practicing the warm-up arena a little bit. So I'm asking him to move over, and he's just a little confused. And then he's like, okay. And then he spooks at the darn plant. So he just stepped into my leg and didn't move over like he was supposed to. And my arms are too short to really hang on to that gate. So I let go of the gate, and that's a big no-no. You lose a lot of points doing that. And then he's only really gone over 2 bridges ever. The one that I have at home, and then the one that we have in Arizona just went over sideways. So I was a little bit worried about that bridge, and he did go over it, even though he balked at it a little bit. And I'm not sure what he's doing here. It was like a serious drama going through those poles. And then we picked up the left lead, which is great, and everything feels great. And then all of a sudden he sees this, and he's like, whoa. And that's like the worst he's ever run out on me. He's never done that before, so I didn't really expect it. But at the same time, I didn't really prepare him for this. I hadn't done a lope into shoot like that long. And I had opportunity to get pine bows and throw them on the ground. And I knew that this time of year during the Magic, that's how they usually do the trail course, is with these natural obstacles and with these stupid pine bows. But I just never made it happen where I was. It's just lack of time and not wanting to be bothered with it. And it just came to bite me in the butt because I missed top 10 because of this class. If I was as solid as I was in the other classes in this one, we would have been top 10. And then I didn't even notice until right now that he stepped on that. So this is me being frazzled, and I'm getting a little bit rushed. And really, I just slow down. If I just slowed down, this would have been finished a lot better. So here, I'm not slowing down. I just kind of assumed without setting him up that he would get the correct lead, and he didn't. And then he was kind of frazzled and trotted into this. And this little guy, he can lope these little pinwheel things. Like, I think I must have done it like 5 times in a row without stopping in the warm-up arena. It's easy for him. And then same thing here. He just really wasn't between my aids at all because he was just balking at that pine thing. And it almost seems like once we got in there, he was like, oh, it wasn't that bad. And then he was so good here. I couldn't believe how many horses moved when you got off of them. And I knew mine wouldn't. He's happy to stand there. And we spend, every time we get on, we sit. So he just knows when I get on, he's not supposed to move. And he remembers that. It's something we literally practice every day. So if your horse walks off while you're mounting, it's because you taught them to do that. And then he's just like, oh, I'm okay now. I'm totally relaxed. And which is such a bummer because really all he needed to do was see it once and he would have just killed that course. I just surprised him. And it's my fault. Like I should have been out there at 1 o'clock in the morning and putting something out there for him to see, knowing that I didn't have the background of trail practice like I should have. But, you live and learn. So still really pleased with them.
right here. Show everybody the mane on this horse. This is old Greña right here. 5-year-old Sorrel Gelding, Amber Espinosa, coming from Concha, Arizona. Pretty. Watch when she turns around here. Look at this mane. I'm talking. This is one. You want to take a little horse on the forward parade, Bruce? This is the one. Look at that. Look at that deal. There's not another horse here with mane like that. That is pretty deal. You ride up on Sunday, they're going to ask you about your horse right there. You talk about the brand, look at how pronounced. You talk about the brand, look at how pronounced it is on that horse's neck. You've got the package right. That'll forelock hanging all the way down to the tip of his nose.
Boy, if you're a single person looking to have some fun, draw a lot of attention, you go on a big trail ride with this nice right here.
That's a horse that took Las Garcia lots on my mom.
Big package, well done, you did a great job. All right, now, we're going to get number 61, Amber. All right, here we go now, we're going to get 5,000, we're going to get 10, you got 1,000 bucks, 12. 10 bucks there, we're going to get 1100. 10, 11, we're down, we're going to get 11, 12. So we're going to get 12, 13, we're going to get 13. 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 2, 2, 2, 1, 2, 22, 3, 4, 5, and we're going to get 5, 7, 8, 9, 3. 3,000, we're going to get 3, we're going to get 8. I got 27 with Coco, give me 8. 28, 28, down 9, good man's out. 8, 9, now 3, 3, we're going to get 3, we're going to get 3, 1, 31, 1, now you get 1, 2, 2, 2, 31, 2, 2, we're going to get 32, 2, I got 3,000 for Coco, 31, 32, 3,000, 32, 32, 2, we're going to get 32. Bam, Coco, $3,000. You got a good one, man. Thank you. 40 more.
Now walk by me. Go ahead.
Number 62, this is Isidro Espinosa coming to us from Concha, Arizona. And this is Hurricane, 6-year-old black gelding. He is a big black hoss right here. This is a nice big black as the day is long. Look at this deal. You got feathers, you got big black feet, you got a kind eye. That's the blackest horse we have in the whole deal. A lot of these horses, you know, Bruce, when they come in black, you feed them up, light up a little bit. When you get one that is truly black that looks like this, they're kind of few and far between. He's got a big hip behind it, he's got a big kind eye, he's got that pretty mane, pretty forelock, pretty tail. And this horse is one pretty bugger right here, man. They got a couple of these horses that are great ponies right here. What do you think? He's big, isn't he? He's big.
Nice mount right here. There ain't a white arrow, I don't think except for my brand. Here, make it a good one right here. I'm going to get 3,000. 3,000, we're going to get 2, 2, we're going to get 1,000. 1,000, we're going to get 1,000. We're going to get 1,000, we're going to get 1,200. We're going to get 1,200. 1,200, we're going to get 1,200. We're going to get 1,200. 11, 12, 12, 13, we're going to get 13, 14, we're going to get 15, we're going to get 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 25, we're going to get 5, we're going to get 5, we're going to get 5. 25, we're going to get 5, we're going to get 5. Now 6. 26, we're going to get Brian's in the lead. 5, 6. 26, we're going to get 6, and we're going to get 6. Now 7. 3,000, we're going to get 3, 1, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 35, 7, 8, 4,000. 4,000, we're going to get 9, we're going to get 4. 4,000, now 2, 42, 2, get your out. 42, 2, get out. 45, 42, 45, 5, now 7.
Oh, you want to, right there. Don't lose this horse for a couple $100.
Coco, give him $100.
Yeah.
47, 48. So, 4,700 drawing tonight.
Yeah, are you excited about that, man? I know you are. 22.
We'll get you